Ache everybody, how's it going today? Okay, so this video we are going to be talking about the children of Oshun, my brothers and sisters of the Mother, the Great One, the Holy One, the Sweet One, the Bearer of Children, the Mother of the Sweet Waters. Ofrece un Oshun every single day of my life that I may live. As you all know, I myself have a Oshun crowned as of this particular recording. I have had her crowned for 20 years, and it is such an honor of mine to, call Oshun my mother. It means a lot to me, and it's one of the greatest things, one of the greatest blessings that I've had in my life is just to be ordained as a priest of Oshun. So anyhow, you guys, let's talk about the children of Oshun when they are in Ire. Okay, so qualities of the children of Oshun, we tend to be very happy, very creative, very loving, very funny. So children of Oshun overall would like to laugh and be around good atmosphere and good friends and be at parties or not all of us. I myself consider myself like a social introvert, but a lot of children will be very much so like extroverts and like to be around people and type A personalities and things like that. Creativity just runs with the Ashe of Oshun. To be honest, it's just children of Oshun will pick any and every type of art or different fields, etc., and they will focus on that. So they tend to be very creative. All of us tend to be very creative in whatever field we may choose. I myself am a sucker for all sorts of art and all sorts of arts and crafts. So children of Oshun are very creative, and we have a che in our hands to create art and beautiful things. So they'll be very loving and very funny overall with creatures, loving with creatures, with their pets, loving with their family and everyone around them, and just funny, to whatever level of funny we might personally, individually just be. Children of Oshun Manide, they will bring joy and life to those around them. Oshun is in fact Orisha of life. It is She represents that which is worth living for. Whatever that is for you, that is a manifestation of Oshun. Whatever makes your heart beat and want to be alive and stay alive, that is a manifestation of Oshun. They will also take care of themselves and will have good vanity. So children of Oshun, we definitely like to look good or the best that we can at whatever stage or age that we might be at. Anywhere from the clothing to the hair to the face to the whatever. Children of Oshun tend to have good vanity. When the person is in Ire, they will have good vanity. And by what I mean by that is just simply that they would like to look good for themselves. It's not precisely look good for others, but look good for themselves. And just simply like show a good side to other people and be a good make sure that other people have a good opinion of us. Okay, children of Oshun can flirt or be liked easily and will use such a technique to their advantage. When the child of Oshun is in Osobo, they will become very aware of what they can attract into their lives and what they can subtract out of their lives. Okay, so sometimes by flirting or by saying certain words or certain phrases, if they know that they can get something out of it, they might take that route. I think we've all been there at some point, but that is a double-edged sword, and you have to be really, really careful with that. Ache. Children of Oshun have to learn and master the Ache of flirting and decisiveness. Okay, so children of Oshun are always happy whether they're single or in a relationship while they are in Ire. If the child of Oshun is single or in a relationship, again, if they're in Ire, they're going to be happy. They're going to be okay with it. They're going to be okay being single because they know that they will be able to find someone as soon as they want to. And they're going to be okay in a relationship because if they go into the relationship, they're going to want to go into it knowing that they're committing themselves to that person, okay? And they'll take pride in the relationship. So children of Oshun today will work, they will work through their emotions. There is nothing that can be said that can be hidden from a child of Oshun that we're not going to sooner or later, and half of the time is sooner, become fully aware of. So you may lie to us, you may cheat on us, you may do whatever on us, but the child of Oshun will know, and they will make you know that they know. So children of Oshun will also have a lot of fertility, prosperity. They will bring life and good health. You know, those are really amazing qualities that the Ache of Oshun expresses itself through human beings. So fertility, you know, the ability to pass on your genes and just be able to procreate the earth is such a blessing. And the children of Oshun have that blessing for the most part. I personally have not met a child of Oshun who's sterile. But I'm sure that there has to be some out there, but I have not personally. Prosperity wise, children of Oshun will always find a way. They will always find a way. There's always going to be something that will bring prosperity into their life. Good health and things like that. They'll always be motivated, you know. You may have a child of Oshun who's a little chunky and stuff, but they'll still be very motivated. They're usually, if they're in Ide, they're going to enjoy life, and they're going to enjoy being chunky or whatever the situation is. They're going to be happy, so they're going to be like a fresh what's it called, a breath of fresh air. And the children of Oshun, when they are in Ide, they are witches per excellence, per excellence, per Ursulans. I can't say the word. They're the primary witches. They're the most powerful witches. Hail to us who are the queens. So Oshun is the great witch, you guys. Oshun is the great witch. She is the leader of the Yamisas at the end of the day. So when the child of Oshun is in Ide, they will harness that power and they will manifest anything and everything that they so desire, that they have focused their mind on. Alright, so when the child of Oshun goes into Osobo, you better hold your horses, because you're in for a lot of trouble. So can we say serial killers? Can we say psychopaths? And can we say lunatics? Those are like small words compared to the child of Oshun that goes into Osobo. Because you guys know we're definitely that good. We're definitely that like insane that then we become so good at being insane. So anyways, children of Oshun, when they go into Osobo, they become very vindictive, revengeful, conniving, and manipulative. So children of Oshun will have no mercy. They will have no mercy towards anything or anyone once they have turned sour. They will be a poison. We will like eliminate whatever is in front of us that made us turn sour. Being vindictive, they will plan and they will plan and they will take steps to make sure that the right things fall into place. And even if it takes a year or two, the child of Oshun that's in Osobo will wait that long to get the revenge. You do not want a child of Oshun out to get you. They will get you. They will hurt you where they know that will hurt the most, at your weakest. Okay? Children of Oshun will suck life out of people when they're in Osobo. Obviously, they will suck life out of people, and they're the perfect psychic vampires. There is nothing worse than a child of Oshun who has gone into Osobo, or who is mad at someone, or is whatever. The child of Oshun, when the Ache is known and the magic is grand, can suck someone's soul out. The mysteries of the mother You guys, she's just so pretty. Yes, children of Oshun are the perfect psychic vampires when they want to take revenge on someone. So when they're in Osobo, they will let themselves go. Like they won't take care of themselves. They will be extra vain in the bad way. Like vain, like bad type of vanity. They will be very judgmental and very egotistical. You know that a child of Oshun is in Osobo when they just cannot whatsoever stop criticizing everything and everyone around them. They will be the worst. Okay, when a child of Oshun goes into Osobo, they will use sex as manipulation with anything. They will manipulate anyone and everyone with sex. And they will even use sex as a revenge. Scandalous. Scandalous. A child of Oshun will literally like sleep with your brother, your father, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your grandmother, your whomever. If they know that it's going to bother you, they will do it. They will enjoy it while they're doing it, and then they're going to enjoy rubbing it in your face even more. Okay? They, children of Oshun, my brothers and my sisters, when we all go into Osobo, we become very sour and pessimistic. By sour, I just mean that everything, well, by sour, I just mean pessimistic, and by pessimistic, I just mean sour. Everything would just be nasty and stupid, and nothing is worthy, and everything can just go suck itself. And that's the bottom line. When a child of Oshun is in Osobo, there's nothing in this world that it's worth anything. Alright, so another quality of a children of Oshun when they go into Osobo is that they will not share their emotions and will play and toy with other people's emotions. So you have to be really careful with that. I think that because we, the children of Oshun, myself included, tend to be very emotional people. Like the way that it's my own personal experience. So imagínate, what am I gonna say? But I feel and I internalize things very deeply, and although I consider myself someone who's very strong-willed and very strong-minded, I'm still very weak when it comes to the emotions, especially when it comes to partnerships and things along those lines. I feel like I'm very vulnerable, whatever the word is, vulnerable. I can't say that word right now. But when the child of Oshun goes into Osobo, they will play you. If they know that they can get a little rice out of you, they will get that little grain of rice out of you, and they will leave you with no food. So children of Oshun, that's the problem with us, is that we have a threshold. Okay, we have a threshold. This is definitely the case with me. This is the case with many of the people that I have met. We definitely have a threshold, and as we're getting to that threshold, everything's okay. But the minute we pass a certain threshold, it is no longer okay. And what I mean by that is the child of Oshun will care a lot about something or someone, but the minute that we stop caring, oh child, you're in trouble. The minute we stop caring, there will be nothing that can happen in life that will make us care again. There's a very interesting individual that one time came into my life who was also a child of Oshun. And as we were chatting, this person and I spoke about what it means to be a child of Oshun, and they told me this story about how they feel towards people and things. How if you stop caring about someone, the child of Oshun will literally sit there and watch them freeze to death while wearing 3 coats, or they'll watch them starve to death while eating a burger right next to the person. So the child of Oshun will be very vindictive and very vengeful. And if we know that something will hurt you, it will be used against you sharply, deeply. Anywho, the children of Oshun, when they go into Osobo, will the witchcraft will be very dark, and people will just act crazy and not care, which brings me right back to this other thing. So I don't want to just stay focused on the Osobo side, because I try myself not to be in Osobo, but girl, when I get into Osobo, I get into Osobo. Another thing that we have that I will say is it's a lot easier for children of Oshun to calm down if we're near a body of water. It is always good for children of Oshun to go to the river whenever we are angry or pissed off or anything like that, just to sit and feel the breeze and listen to the river flow and things like that. It is very important for children of Oshun to visit the river when we are sad, or when we're mad, or when we're very happy. It's always good to be near fresh water somewhere. It is also good for the children of Oshun to eat something sweet. Again, if you're having a bad day or a bad moment, a little spoonful of honey or a little bit of sugar or just any type of pastry or anything like that will be really good. It is always good to taste. Something sweet should touch our tongues, and that, especially if you're bitter or if you're sad or depressed or angry or something like that, the children of Oshun we can switch our mood very easily by eating something sweet. It'll change our chemistry and our thoughts about the situation or whatever might be making us mad at that particular moment. I feel like when it comes to love also, it is very well known that the children of Oshun tend to be the ones who suffer the most, or who have the hardest of lessons, it seems, because the mother is great, but the mother is also sharp, and the mother will, she herself, Oshun herself, has gone through so many things when it comes to love, and has been abused in so many ways and has been loved in so many ways. And the children of Oshun do tend to be very emotional for the most part in many ways. Like, we will put our hearts on our sleeves, and we will put our partners on a silver platter, and we will do anything and everything for the family. I can assure you of that, because that's also how I am. But bitch, do not get it twisted. We will cut you while you sleep. And that is the honest truth. The children of Oshun are always the worst, because they are the ones who will do something and never, ever, ever regret doing it. That is why we are sharp. That is why we become dangerous. Children of Oshun will become psychopath at some point. Like, out of all the Orishas, people, out of all of the Orishas, everyone in the community is fully aware that you do not piss off a child of Oshun. You do not piss us off. You always want to be in our happy and our good side, because the children of Oshun will just be like the pettiest of the pettiest if they hold a grudge against you. Now, for the most part, I exclude myself out of that. Honestly, I do not hold grudges, and I make it a point not to hold grudges. I have too many things to focus about, and I don't have time to be like worrying about people and their things and their choices and stuff, So I really don't hold grudges towards anybody that I may have some sort of history with or anything. I really do not hold grudges, but other people, other children of Oshun may hold a grudge, and they will never ever let it go. But that is just a personal thing of mine alone, personally. I'm not speaking of other people, I'm speaking of me, myself, that when I was much younger, I realized that I didn't like holding grudges. I do the complete opposite, which is the perfect thing for me. I subtract myself from people's lives. I will subtract myself when I don't like someone or something or somewhere or whatever. I will just ignore it. It'll just be a fly on the wall, like it never even existed. And my own absence will create whatever the absence needs to create. Okay, so, but overall, we're definitely very nice. We're very loving. We're very caring. I feel like, I myself, as a child of Oshun, am a very proud person, a very proud individual. And I always strive to make others around me feel very comfortable, and I definitely try and make people feel like, I care about them, because I genuinely care about everyone that comes into my life, whether it be a godchild or whether it be a friend or whatever, whomever that, family, whomever that comes into my life. I try to show them and that I appreciate them to whatever degree I may appreciate them, but we're just emotional. Yeah, children of Oshun, we're just emotional people. That's it. Don't hurt our feelings and you'll be okay. And if you hurt our feelings, your pancakes will be poisoned. It's very easy. You pick. You either have a good day or you go to the ER. That's it. That's the blessing of Oshun. So anyways, I hope you guys have learned something with this video on the children of Oshun, my brothers and my sisters. I am very proud to have Oshun crown, you guys. I am very, very proud to have Oshun crown. When I was younger and as I've gotten older, I see and I feel and I understand why Oshun is my mother. I understand why I can see her ache flowing through myself, flowing through my body, and my actions and my reactions to things, and my actions and my reactions to life and the things that life throws at me, because there have been certain things, especially this last year. Girl, let me tell you, this last year has been like, a little tough for me. 2019 has been a fun year. Oh, that's another thing. We also definitely suffer from sarcasm. Sarcasm can be good, sarcasm can be bad. Children of Oshun will have it, one way or the other. We'll be very sarcastic when we need to be. But, I love being a child of Oshun. I understand why she's my crown. And I see her constantly, like, on a daily basis. In my attitude and in my, just simply in my persona. I can see her, I can feel her, I can, like, just channel her. There's something about Oshun that I'm like, yeah, she's the best fit. So, yes, always keep the children of Oshun happy. And just stay out of their way when they are angry, so they don't turn on you. Even if you have nothing to do with the problem, they might still turn on you just because you're like hindering their plans. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have learned something in this other video. Please, to all my brothers and my sisters, all the daughters and sons of Oshun out there, leave your comments down below on this video. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Be nice, and if you're not nice, I don't care. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned for my book. Remember that my book is coming out. My first book is coming out. Stay tuned for all of those videos, and as soon as you guys see the full-blown release video of the book, I would deeply appreciate it if you help and by buying my book, because that will help me to continue expanding my temple, and I appreciate everybody's support. If you want to have a reading with me, a tarot reading or a Dilogun reading, please send me a message at sweetonyidesigns@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook under asielbias, or you can find me on Instagram under asieloshunyeyeo. And I really need to get into like all the types of social medias, but I really don't, because I'm not really into social media too much. I just make videos and stuff, and then I post them up, and then that's it. I just talk to people when people interact with me, but I'm not really so into social media, you guys. It's the child, it's the Oshun in me. Repugnancia to the 100%. Social media is nice, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, it's too distracting. Anywho, we are the bomb diggity, and nobody can say otherwise. And that is the bottom line. So please stay tuned for all of my other videos. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you definitely in the next video. Thank you all so much. Ache. 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 To.